Open your hand and close the other. Now put them together and you get a weird hand constellation that appears everywhere in traditional karate. But this move has nothing to do with fighting, because it's actually the hand signal of a secret society in ancient China. And their purpose was to overthrow the government and restore the Ming Dynasty. You see, Ming was a renaissance in China, known for its incredible innovations in science, culture, and art. That's why a Ming vase is so exquisite. And the same was true for the martial arts. It was during the Ming Dynasty when the most famous kung fu styles flourished, until suddenly everything changed. Because in 1644, a nomadic tribe from the northeast, known as the Manchurians, invaded the country and established a new government called Qing. They burnt down the famous Shaolin temple and forced everyone to wear a special hairstyle. That's why you always see it in the old kung fu movies. The only way to escape the Qing invasion was to flee south. And there's one thing you need to know about southern China. It was basically a lawless country. In fact, when I went there to research the history of karate, they told me an old saying: the mountains are high and the emperor is far, far away. So all the Ming supporters gathered in the south and formed rebel groups to fight back the Qing invaders. These secret societies were led by martial arts experts, and to identify each other, they created a hand signal. The open hand represents the moon, and the closed hand represents the sun. When you put them together, you get the Chinese character for the Ming Dynasty. And this is where the karate connection happens. You see, southern China in general, and Fujian province in particular, had been trading with a small island south of Japan called Okinawa. At this time, Okinawa was an independent kingdom known as Ryukyu, but soon it would be known as the birthplace of karate. Because the ships carrying valuable goods to Okinawa needed protection from thieves and pirates. So local kung fu practitioners were hired to do the job, and many of them belonged to a secret society with a special hand signal. The Okinawans loved this. You see, Chinese culture, including its art and customs, had always been viewed as the ultimate sophistication in Okinawa, and the martial arts were no exception. That's why the old karate masters always wore Chinese clothes, not Japanese. Many of them even studied in China, and I actually visited Fujian province myself to backtrack the roots of karate. Oh, and they didn't call it karate. They actually called it todi, which literally means Chinese hand. But of course, this all changed in 1936 when karate was officially modernized in mainland Japan. That's when they changed its name, invented different styles, and adopted the titles, belts, and uniform of judo. But before that, karate was mostly Chinese, and this secret Ming salute is one of the last remaining connections to the roots of the art. Eventually, the Qing government crushed most of the secret societies, but a few groups survived. They just had to hide and change their names. Today, we know them as the Triads, and their business involves a whole lot more than protecting shipments. If you enjoy this episode, check out my other videos about the history of karate, especially the ones from China, because I really think you'll like them. Thank you so much for watching. Train hard, good luck, and have fun.